Montezuma ran a vibrant empire from one of the world's largest cities, with an amazing headdress. But unlike his Mayan neighbors, he didn't leave us books and monuments full of sentences. And yet we know the Aztecs called him Hueytlatoani, not emperor, that he didn't call chocolate chocolate, and that Montezuma is not how he said his name. No, that's not it either. After college, I went through linguistics withdrawal, so I tore through any languagey book I could, including Empires of the Word. Right away, there's this epic encounter between Spanish conquistadors and the Aztec emperor. But if we see a people inevitably about to be wiped from history, this book saw two high cultures meeting across a great divide, each telling their own story in their own words. I lowered the book. Their own words. We know how Montezuma spoke? Turns out we do. Partly because, while some brought swords to the New World, others reached for pens and informants. They wrote histories and dictionaries and rough grammars with helpful tips about Aztec, well, the Mexican language, Nahuatl. Tips like, when you see two consonants in a row, pronounce both. A house was calli, not calle, like if this were Spanish. Tips like, there are only 4 vowels, a, e, I, o. So if you spot an U, it's really just an O in disguise. The word for flower is xochitl. Vowels can be long, too. A, e, I, o. A flower isn't just xochitl, it's xochitl. Spelling is clunky, but it works if we see it as Spanish letters layered over simple Aztec sets. Sa, se, si, so, ka, ke, ki, ko, tsa, tse, tsi, tso. Linguists would have done a better job, but bygones. Above all, the old grammars show off the structure of Nahuatl. Nouns attach affixes. Oh, do they ever? Nantli, nantzintli, tonan, tonantzin, titonantzin, tonantzine. Verbs use incorporation, jamming things we'd call different words into a single verby body. Niqua, nitlaqua, nitamalqua. The grammar only gets more fun from there. But there's a lot these pre-modern grammars don't tell us. Take a concrete example, an important one, chocolate. We suspect it must have come from chocolat, bitter water, but there's no trace of that in the early literature. In classical times, the base word for the bean and the drink was cacahuatl. To sort out all these missing words and sounds, let's look into Montezuma's future and his past. Montezuma's Aztecs also had books, Amochtli. I was always told Amochtli were full of pictographs, not real writing, but experts are taking a second look. Spell the word siwat, woman, as you like. Here's how one glyph does, with 2 bars. The bars stand for the syllable wa. Compare that to the way colonial writers spelled the sound wu. Awakat, weyi, nosiwao. So this isn't a vowel u, it's an H plus U representing the consonant wu. But our best evidence comes from modern mouths. Yep, people still speak Nahuatl. They may call it Masewali, meaning commoner, or even just Mexican, but they help pin down its sounds. Those UHs do indeed correspond to W's. There really are just 4 vowels, and this 4th vowel drifts freely between O and U, which explains those earlier spelling variations. And elephant in the room, or jaguar in the temple, but this TL all over the place, is Ka. You'll even hear 2 K sounds, k, as in skull, kalli, plus a tricky qu made by rounding your lips, qua, quica. This sound can even end a syllable, te. The spelling here is awkward and inconsistent. Today, I'm going with this one. Tie all this pronunciation analysis together and we can dig up a glimpse of what Montezuma's name sounded like in his day. Montezuma. Montezuma. But out of respect, you might want to add the polite suffix Montezumazin. Did you hear that? Tsin, not tsin. Certain consonants were voiceless at the end of a syllable. Try this one, no kakawao, with a voiced w in the middle and a voiceless w at the end. L's are particularly noticeable there, not altepetl, but altepetl. But there were still too many unknowns. Remember your favorite sound? Well, some speakers ditch it. They say Nahuatl or Nawal. Who's right? Or take this H before a consonant. Colonial texts imprecisely called it a saltillo, a skip. Come on, the IPA wasn't even invented yet. Today, most people say mexica. A few say mexica. Which one's older? Zoom out from Nahuatl to see its siblings, cousins, parents, grandparents. Carefully comparing them for patterns, linguists proved they're part of a Euro-Aztecan family that stretches from Central America up to the western U.S. Linguists, including this guy, Worf, placed Nahuatl within that history. Worf worked out that an early T sound changed into T. Oh, so Nahuatl is older. Wait. Later linguists showed this change applied to the entire Nahuatl branch. Nahuatl and Nahual were the innovations. So keep practicing your T. That pesky saltillo, that sound you lop off words when you borrow them, even if it's the Aztec name for themselves, that was even more elusive. But hard work showed a syllable final stop, like a K or a T, turning into a catch in your throat before becoming the popular sound. In the old days, they said, Mexicatl, Tlatoli, Tlatoani. Oh, and they stressed the second to last syllable, Cuicatl, Weyi Tlatoani. So Aztec had a family. It also had neighbors. Unrelated Mesoamerican neighbors that all shared the same features, including a special ritual language. Aztec ritual speech was unlike the common Masewali speech. Elite schools, Calmecac, taught noble children the old ways, in Huehuetlatoli. So if you've been paying attention, you know that Xochitl means flower and Cuicatl means song. Well, you still need ancient parallelisms to grasp the noble phrase Innoxochiu, Innocuicao, a stylish way to say, my poem. This is the same ritual language from my tale of the fall of the empire, Inmatzin, Inmotepetzin, just to say, your city. He was at the crossroads of an ancient language, one that wasn't just about articulating Nahuatl sounds or building intricate words, but making your speech ring with poetry, like a real emperor. I mean, Weyi Tlatoani. Stick around and subscribe for language.